Przede wszystkim online. Skoro moi kupowicze są w internecie, to ja dokładnie z tej strony muszę im się pokazać, aby oglądali moje treści. Na moim profilu na Instagramie daję ludziom wartość. Mogą się na moim profilu nauczyć wielu rzeczy, posłuchać ciekawych historii, dowiedzieć się wielu ciekawostek, natomiast na codziennych relacjach buduję z nim więzi i pokazuję moje codzienne życie oraz rzeczy, z którymi się zmagam. Buduję wspaniałą społeczność i markę osobistą, a osoby, które mnie obserwują, bardzo chętnie korzystają z moich rekomendacji. Ty także wykorzystaj internet, swoją wiedzę i umiejętności i stale zapraszaj nowych klubowiczów do tego, aby składali zamówienia na swoim koncie w aplikacji Oriflame.
And we continue with one more testimonial, this time from Czech Republic.
Dobrý den, jmenuji se Petra Šestáková a jsem zlatá direktorka v Top 15 pro Českou republiku. Zároveň také pracuji jako profesionální vizážistka a stylistka. Svůj Oriflame business jsem podědila po mé mamince a díky tomu to byl jeden z hlavních příjmů během covidu. V Praze mám 2 studia, jedno doma, kde organizuji zážitkové kurzy líčení jak pro dívky, tak i pro ženy. A učím ženy, dívky pracovat s výrobky Oriflame. Druhé studio jsem otevřela před 2 lety v nákupním centru. Abych byla blíž své komunitě, scházíme se tam, probíráme novinky. Určitě je to strategické místo pro nabírání nových zákazníků a lidí, protože když jim věnujete ten čas, a oni vidí, s jakým zájmem odprezentujete všechny doporučení, tak se vždycky ujistí, že odejdou s objednávkou a jsou spokojení a hlavně se mi vracejí. Je to místo, kde ráda trávím čas a vím, že moje mamka by na mě byla pyšná, protože mým cílem je posouvat se dál, aby linie neupadala, abych to rozvíjela novým způsobem i formou online a dělám pro to maximum a od srdce.
Thank you. And one more testimonial from Ukraine.
Всім привіт! Мене звати Ірина Яременко і я являюсь топ-лідером Oriflame Україна. І хочу відкрито і чесно заявити, що BCM-модель – це моє кохання, якого я так довго чекала. І тільки BCM-система прийшла в нашу країну, перше, що ми помітили, я і моя команда – це збільшення наших доходів. І вже за перший каталог роботи наші доходи покращились та збільшились на 30% по відношенню до минулих періодів. І саме головне, ці доходи збільшуються з кожним каталогом. А доходи менеджерів та наших новачків просто вражають. І ця BCM-система, вона наскільки стала простою для кожного нового партнера, який до нас приходить, а клієнта зробила лояльним, це просто, знаєте, дуже робить легкість роботи в першу чергу для мене і для моєї команди. Ну і звичайно, так як моя команда дуже молода, а молодь зараз любить подорожувати, любить відчувати ці емоції, драйв, адреналін, то звичайно це шикарна мотивація для мене. Це менеджерські саміти, які по новій системі BCM зараз проходять 2 рази на рік. І молодь може зразу ж приходити в Oriflame не тільки працювати, а подорожувати, бачити світ своїми очима і, звичайно, бути частиною спільноти успішних людей компанії Oriflame. Тому BCM-модель на сьогоднішній день я вважаю найкращим рішенням для моєї команди і для всього світу Oriflame.
Thank you, Irina. And now, of course, if you're from a market that doesn't have the beauty community model yet, you ask yourself, so when will we get it? Well, as I said, already 30 markets have it. The next one's out is Latin America in the autumn, September, October, November, and then the other countries early next year. So discuss that with your GM and prepare for it. And you see down here, Indonesia, June. So a country that just got the new model. And I would like to invite to the stage a leader to tell us, how's it going? How is the new model working? So please help me to invite to the stage one of the pioneers when it comes to digitalizing the Oriflame business for leaders. From Indonesia, our top leader, Naga Muja.
Hello everyone, and thank you, Nicholas. Hello guys, I'm Nadia from Jakarta, Indonesia. So today I was actually asked to talk about what Nicholas has all said in these talking points. And as you can see, the last one, the number 5, is what I want to talk about first, right? So what was the result? As Nicholas said, Indonesia launched BCM back in June. And in June, and he talked about increased income. It did. It increased my income by about 12%. And what's quite interesting for me, on June, I was not the leader with the most split outs. But they say I was Indonesia's top income in June 2024. And that happened also because of BCM. So how did I get here? Let me start first by telling you a story about how do I get to Oriflame. So 2 days ago was actually my 18th anniversary in Oriflame. So I joined Oriflame August 12, 2006 with a lot of hopes and dreams. I have a lot of things that I want to achieve. And one of them is I love cooking, but I did not actually love the place where I was cooking at that moment. This was my kitchen a couple of years ago. So I came into Oriflame with all the hopes. And, you know, people say you're a digital leader, online leader. Actually, I don't just do online. I do beauty class, I also do offline meetings, I do everything, guys. But I'm quite proud to say that me and my team was quite ahead of our times. As you can see here, this is my downline/business partner, Bagini Santi. And as you can see in one picture, there's summer and there's winter. I don't know how that happened. But so, you know, different personalities, different style, different kind of knowledge, but we both put it together, and then we came up with something that, like I said, I was quite proud of, because everything that Oriflame has been doing for the last 5 years, we've actually been doing it from 2006. Badini here was ahead of her time with the website reallocation system, the online ticketing system. And because of this strategy, guys, that really pushed our level and bonus in Oriflame. So that strategy worked for us maybe around 2006, 2017. But then, the social media landscape, it changed a bit, it shifted. We were very good with websites and landing page and digital stuff, but the social media itself, it changed. People don't just do blogging anymore. They don't just do articles, they do live streaming, video blogging, they do lifestyle content. And to be honest, I was too comfortable in the way I was working before. Long story short, it was a significant setback because I didn't keep up, so I dropped. And then, as everyone else knows, the pandemic hits. And we all know the devastating impact pandemic has on our business and our lives. But the thing is, the pandemic did not just give us bad things. It also gave us a new insight, a new way of working. People start doing more digital stuff. People start doing more work at home. Zooms, not just the businesses, but even the companies, the corporate stuff. And suddenly, again, I found myself that the way I work wasn't that unique anymore. The way I work wasn't that special anymore. And I don't know about you guys in the other countries and regions, but back home we also struggle with many issues. We have local brand competition, price comparison, we have stock issues also, that we are always trying to get through that. I think I was known to most of my downlines and my crossline as being a very disciplined leader. I have very rigid targets. I have very strict training regimens. When all this happened, I know I have to change, because then the most important part for me was just keeping the morale of my downlines. Mental health became one of my priorities. I just need to make sure that the downlines that I have right now, that hasn't left me yet because of the pandemic and this issue and that issues, they would still want to be there for me when all this is resolved. That was my prayer, that was my hope. 2 years after that, the world stabilizes, and then Oriflame tries to come also with new changes. It was fresh start, I think, last year, and then beauty community model. When Frederick first told me about BCM, I don't understand anything. Even like talking to Nicholas, hearing Nicholas here just now, brings back memories how I was so against it. Like, why are you guys trying to change? And for me, again, I've been here 18 years, alhamdulillah, guys, trying to change something that I've known for the last 17 and a half years wasn't easy. But I realized that I cannot change Oriflame's mind. Oriflame is gonna launch beauty community model. And then Indonesia asked me to talk about BCM on our own seminar. So I had to sit down, I had to force myself to learn about everything that Nicholas has told us here. I had to take notes, and for me, the way I work is I have to do visual aids for myself before I tell all my downlines, my community, or the general public. So that's what I did. I know I had to break it down first. Because why? I'm sure they meant good. Because I need to know what the company's vision is before I can start disseminating it, before I can start telling it to other people. So I learned about this, and the easiest part for me when trying to break it down is with these 5 pointers. I'm not gonna go into this each one by one, guys, but this is the way I think back in February when we first want to launch the BCM. This is how I break down my thoughts. And then I realized, oh, I get what Nicholas meant. Oh, I get what Frederick means. I get what Oriflame's trying to do. It's just that you guys are using too much corporate language. I just need to simplify it. For me, you can clap, guys. We can clap, right? I just need to simplify it. But I don't want to make it that simple also. I know I needed to have I call it tailored approach with AI. So I do the basics, intermediate, and what I call advanced. Let me give you an example. When I was going to talk about team bonus, Nicholas took 5 minutes to explain, right? I know I need to put it in one paragraph to explain to my downlines what is team bonus 10%. Just one paragraph. But I also needed to prepare myself if there is somebody who wants to break it down. Like I said, I love doing visual aids, even for myself. So this is what I come up with. You guys don't have to take pictures because I've already prepared all the files for you. At the end of the slides, you can download it in the link that I prepared. Another example, program plus 10%. Again, I know I need to be able to explain to people in 1 or 2 sentences. But if somebody else wanted to know more, I've already prepared them. So it's always like that. Some in Indonesia, Korean thing is very big. So, any army here? Army? Borahe? I tried to do it in K-pop language, just to make them more interested of this quite complicated, but actually it's still the same calculation as 0 till 21% before BCM. It's just that because of BCM, there's something new for me to do. That's what I found. And with all the so many changes, new things, new topics, new campaigns, new rules, I know I had to break it down into 2 very simple comparisons. What is member and what is brand partner? Because not everyone wants to read even 1, 2 sentences. Sometimes they just want to bang, knows exactly, okay, what is that? So I made a summary of changes to a couple of programs. And so now we still have to recruit, right? For me, I changed my strategy when BCM launched. What I did was I focused on member because member has free registration. For me, it feels like it's easier to make them more intrigued, but I focus on these 3 points. I always tell them, you never pay the full price of Beauty Guide if you become a member. And then, like Nicola said, the cashback. We've never had that before. So cashback becomes one of the priorities that we need to sell. And then the affiliate discount. Well, what about the brand partners now? The brand partners is this. When somebody has, like, I've already made sure they're in my network, then I try to make them intrigued with the financial gain, more than just becoming a member. If a member is quick wins, easy money, then brand partner offers something more. But these are the things that I tell them when they already become a member, and sometimes in 1 or 2 of my contents. So the financial part, that was the one that I'm trying to sell to make them upgrade themselves. After all that, some of the downlines are still very confused. Okay, so what do I need to do now? There's so many things. I make them a game plan. Again, I make them a summary. I like summary, guys. So I make them a summary with all the different terms and conditions of each program and campaign. They just need to have it in one banner. So I hope you guys can also prepare this if you still have time before the launch of BCM. And then the game plan. How much money will you get if you do this? This is just an example. What kind of gifts that you will get if you do this? Then there's different. If you recruit 1 brand partner, 2 members, or 3 members, there's always a change. And then I came to realize BCM is not actually about the system change. It's not about how you can make more money. It's not about how we can go to Gold Conference. Well, yeah, that is part of the dream. But remember, when you drop so low and you've been 18 years in Oriflame with this kind of journey, and then you're also down here just before BCM launch, BCM became a new energy for me.
It's not public.
Suddenly, people who did not want to meet, they want to meet again. Suddenly, I have a new split out for qualification of fresh start. Suddenly, I have more to-do lists than last year. Why? Because it feels like, okay, now I need to do this, now I need to do that. Now I understand this and that. And then again, the Oriflame wallet, don't forget then to always promote what we got, because at least that's what's happening back home in Indonesia. Other businesses always put up their own financial income. And we can do that also. Yeah, we can do that with the team bonus, but we can do that also with Oriflame wallet. And don't forget to when you make a list, this is a list of what do I have that month. If I manage to do everything, I have certain euros, I have certain gifts. Make sure to let other people know. Make sure to let your members know, brand partners, and the general public. But if you don't like doing digital stuff or canvas or designing that, then what should we do? Again, I said, BCM is about hope. You do you. You do Oriflame with your own happy place. I would say, find your strongest point in BCM and then you stick with it. My friend here, Ami, she likes talking from the network marketing point of view. My downline, Yulia, she's very good with meetings and she just got the Fresh Start Senior Diamond also. And then some of my downline, they just love doing offensive product content. So do what you think is your strength. Me, I like social media still. I still like digital stuff. So this is what I try to do. I always put up content to show people Nadia is interesting. And then I try to make content also that explain cashback in a very unusual way. So not just explaining like this. The thing is, we just need to always find ways to promote BCM because, again, it's not about the system, but it's about the new hope. Remember the kitchen? I know this is not a recognition speech, but I always want to cry if I talk about this. So I got my dream. Right? Couple of years later, I got my dream, alhamdulillah. And during my 18 years in Oriflame, the dream was like this. And there was time a couple of years ago where it's way down. But then, the BCM thing, it feels like a new hope and a new energy. So what I'm trying to say is, changes is scary. Changes is daunting. But I really hope that if you know what you're trying to achieve here in Oriflame, you know when they say Nadia is the top earners, that makes me happy because that means my downlines also has a gain of income. And they were there for me for the last 18 years. So, inshallah, BCM, I'm hopeful that I'll be here for the next 18 years and 18 years and 18 years to do that. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Nadia. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing your insights with all of us. Now I would like to invite a couple leaders that are truly at the peak of their of Oriflame in their market, and we have decided to invite to this golf conference, although that their market will have another golf conference later this year. because their market is really on fire, and they're really using all the new tools that the beauty community model, the best social selling model there is in the market. They're using